Hello everybody, my name is Donut Cat and welcome to my Loadouts 2024. Obviously, I've wanted to do this forever since I started YouTube, but I either felt like I didn't have enough cosmetics, or I didn't have any good ideas, or I didn't feel like I had enough content relating to TF2. I don't know, I just wanted to do it and I never thought I could, so we're doing it now, because fuck you, that's why. Starting with Scout. This is my main one. I don't quite know what I was going with here, but I really like the way it looks. This combo is fantastic. I used to use the poolside polo, but I swapped it out for the Imps imprint. I don't know why. Frankly, I think that I don't quite know why I like this so much. I think it reminds me of Hotline Miami, and that's why I enjoy it. I use the sun on a stick because it's actually horrible, and nobody likes it, which is why I use it, because it's funny to me. This is my mail carrier. I don't quite know why he's the mail carrier. I think it's the goggles with like the coat, so you can stay warm and go fast, you know? I don't know, there's not really much to say about him. Scout is like, I don't play him that much. My cowboy loadout. Every single one of my loadouts has a cowboy loadout. I don't quite know why. Maybe because I really like Cowboys. If you've seen any of my content, you know I like Cowboys, so cowboy loadout. This is kind of not good, but I tried to make it work with the ripped off and everything. He's not lost. He's got a bandana on, and he's got a derringer, and, you know, knife and a fish, because fuck it. And D is always my MVM loadout. This one's a pirate. I don't quite know why I'm using a pirate. Maybe because I just couldn't think of anything, and I think the pirate looks nice. I like the little skull mask. I use the skull mask in a lot of my loadouts. But frankly, the Spookticles is like the greatest thing ever made. So you can't blame me. Moving on to Soldier. This is my main soldier. I like the coat. I like the way it covers him up. It's very nice. I use the pothead because I think it's funny. And then I have the binoculars because of the anybody who's lower than me and looks up at me is just going to see the eyeballs, and I think that's absolutely hilarious. And I have my black box, my Ghoul Blaster's black box. I love the black box, and the moment I saw this paint job, it was like peak, so I got that. Second is my cowboy. We got the Civil War hat, which I should probably paint blue, honestly, but fuck it. He's also, I don't know, illegal, I guess, so he's got the little mask. No grenades, because we haven't figured that part out yet. And his rocket launcher has the Pacific Peacemaker paint because it's made, it gives it like a wood and stone texture, which makes more sense. Shotgun, pickaxe. The only problem is I don't really like the shotgun, but I don't know what would be better. Like maybe the Contra. Could use any of the boots, I guess. Maybe the Righteous Bison, who knows? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe tell me what would be a better one. Who knows? That one. That's the right one. Next up is my pure patriotism autism. When I put this together, it was like the greatest thing I think I'd ever come up with. And frankly, I love this loadout. I imagine this man screams every time he jumps like a fucking eagle. You know, like the bald eagle screech noise? Yeah, that's this guy. And then MVM is my, I don't quite know what I would even call this. Vampire Hunter? I just realized that was like the worst thing to have. We went like the buff banner. There we go. I don't know. He is a vampire hunter, but he's wearing a gas mask. I just like the way it looks, honestly. Moving on to the main man. Starting off, we have Detective Pyro, I guess. I don't know, I called him that in like middle school, and it just kind of stuck. I really like this loadout. I love the coffin kit. And then we have my Bloodbot Killer flamethrower, which has no kills because I only got that recently. My old one used to be my significantly or sufficiently lethal Rustbot Killer flamethrower Mark 1 with 176 kills. And before that, I used to use the Flog because I'm a loser. So yeah, And we got the fish gun. Love the fish gun. And the sharpened volcano fragment, because I think it looks cool, even though it absolutely sucks. By the way, speaking of which, I used to use this thing, the hot hand, but I called it the thought hand in like middle school, because I'm a fucking nerd. And by nerd, I'm just unfunny, honestly. Moving on. Moving on to B is the astronaut. I love the astronaut look. I really do. It's like one of my favorite looks in the game. In fact, these three were the first three cosmetics I'd ever purchased for Pyro, so they all have a semi-similar score, except for that one, because it's not scored. And the only thing that really gets swapped out is like the Jupiter jetpack, and the man melter will get swapped out for like the thermal thruster, and this will get swapped out for like some other headpiece. It works out. Moving on, we got Cowboy. There's like no firing pin or anything down that. It's just void. We got the Cowboy look, which I like, but I don't quite understand why I like it, because it's not good. Use the back burner and the Bat Out of Hell or Mr. Bones, because he's I don't know. Pyro's a sociopath or a psychopath, so it kind of makes sense for this character. And the back burner is like the most old-timey looking flamethrower that he has, and I have this painted to look like a revolver, so it works out. If anybody knows any better, I think I have this on because the red kind of mutes the flames and makes it not look as obnoxious. But if anybody knows any better ones that like will actually look better, because I didn't like any of my dusters or like trench coats that I own for Pyro, this is what we're going with. And in the man versus machine, the secondary is kind of funny. In my man versus machine, I'm going to use the axe. All right. Well, this is my off-brand Krieg, my Krieger. This is a reference to 40K, the Death Corpse of Krieg. The only one that's actually there is the Torturous trench coat. Everything else is kind of just weird. But I like the way it looks, so I'm using it. By the way, if you turn off the spike, it looks like he's just wearing a fucking ball on his head, and I think it's really funny. Let me do it. Oh my god. Game, stop being a bitch. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing a bowl on his head, and I think that's pretty funny. Anyways, moving on. Put it back. So, moving on to Demo Man. This is my samurai loadout. I love this loadout, personally. I kind of put it together after I got the Handsome Devil when it came out. And I really like the way it looked. Instead of it being like a full demo knight like I see most people do with samurai, I have the loose cannon because historically Shogun and samurai used blunderbuss. They would carry them with them, so I like this look. Also, I think it's funny being able to slam someone with a shield and shoot them with a donk. It's fantastic to me. So obviously we got the splendid screen and the half Zatachi. Moving on, we got my demo knight, which is also my cowboy loadout. I know what you're thinking, why is it a cowboy loadout? Well, this is a reference to an outlaw in history. His name is Ned Kelly. He was an Australian outlaw who would wear a full suit of armor into battle, or into shootouts, and be virtually bulletproof, and I think it's hilarious. I got the shield, so he can go fast, the Scottish handstick. Technically, any of these besides the Ula Pool Caber would work, but frankly, I think the ROM works out very well. And I didn't know that the Shin Shredders hides the little peg legs, so nobody will know. And obviously, because it's Demo Man, I got the double dynamite. In C, we have, I don't quite know what I would call this. My Grenadier, my EOD, I don't fucking know. I just know I think it's funny that he has a grenade strapped to his head. And I could use the other grenade-based thing, but I like the little hazard stripes, so we keep it. And I love this rocket launcher. This grenade launcher skin, I think it's fantastic. Butcher Bird. I think it reminds me of old German planes, and I really like it. I don't know. Also, I like the Gourd Grin. The Gourd Grin's one that I use a lot in my loadouts, and frankly, I'm not ashamed of it. Painted green, it looks really good, and I don't hate it. So we're gonna keep using it. All right, makes sense. Cool. All right. In D is my MVM, which is a knight because I like knights. But this is more the MF Doom look, I guess. I can drink champagne. Anyways, Scotsman Skull Cutter, because fuck it. I don't know, it looks good. Object to it, bitch. I dare you. Anyways, heavy. My Russian tanker. So, I really like cutoff vests. So obviously I use that. And then the Russian tanker hat. I actually want to get one of these in real life, but I can never find one that is good, I guess. You always find one that's like a ripoff, or it's just not the thing that you want. I use the Hue Long heater because I'm a pyro main, and it's a good callback, I guess. Sandwich, Mr. Bones, makes sense. Moving on. Tomislav heavy. Of course it's a Tomislav heavy. We love Tomislav heavies, but this Tomislav heavy is in the Mafia. Frankly, I've had this forever. I don't even remember when I got these. It must have been years ago, though. And frankly, if anyone has a better idea, because I don't know good heavy cosmetic loadouts. If somebody knows something better, I would love to swap this out, honestly, because I've had this for fucking ever. I think I recently put the heavy harness in there. I might have used something else for a while. What would I have used, even? Who knows? Who fucking knows? I know. I need to swap it up, and I've had this one forever. So, moving on. C. This is my cowboy loadout. Again, with the ripped vest. I know there's dusters for heavy, but I haven't found stuff to go with them yet, frankly, so we got this. Hue Long heater, because it's older. I think of this heavy as like being the gang cook, I guess. Instead of the Wild West Whisters, I used to use the Bullocks, but you can't use those all year, so we got some mutton chops for him. Instead of a normal cowboy hat, he has the cool capuchin. It's a monkey hat. Because the way I thought about it was this heavy left Russia to go to the frontier and be free, and his babushka made him a little hood to keep him warm. That's all he's got left of the homeland. Technically, yeah, being the cook instead of the shotgun, you technically could use like any of the food items and it would be fine. But I don't know. I just kind of like I just kind of have the shotgun there because because it's kind of hard to defend yourself with just the Hue Long heater and a frying pan. And then in D, we got my Super Soldaten. Get the fucking sandwich out of here. Put up the big gun. I've swapped through different variants of the same look. I just really like the Wolfenstein. I didn't know there was a Wolfenstein crossover, and frankly, I enjoy it. But isn't that a Nazi, Jason? Yeah, it's a Nazi, but who gives a fuck anymore? It looks cool. It is cool. I'll be honest, the Nazis in Wolfenstein look really cool. I would murder a Nazi in a heartbeat, but man, do they look kind of neat. Just saying. That's going to be taken out of context, and I do not give a fuck. Alright, moving on to my engineer. This is the cowboy loadout. When I found out that you could take the tie off of the sleuth suit, it became the greatest thing to me, and frankly, I love it. Morgan Marshall. I always forget that that's like the top of the century on top of his head, but it still looks great. And then the El Patron. Frankly, it's like my favorite heavy engineer cosmetic, because you can see the smoke and it's just really neat. I really like the sideburns. It looks good. He looks more like a sheriff, which is fantastic. Frontier Justice, because during the Wild West time frame, Dell's grandfather would have been the one who made this shotgun. And then we have the local hero pistol, because it looks older, which there isn't a fucking revolver for engineer, and it's an injustice to society, frankly, and I hate it. The one I want to get is the little Ruger, but the Ruger is like way too expensive, so we ain't getting that shit unless somebody has one that's like $4. I don't know. Moving on. Then we have my I don't even know, my welder, I guess. I'm a welder in real life. I have my welding certification. My favorite thing to weld is TIG. And frankly, I guess this is This is my homage. Up throne. I think I literally just wanted to use the hot rod, and I just couldn't figure out what else to do with it, so we got that. It looks good. I don't hate it. I'm not good with the Widowmaker, but hell, we can get better. Moving on. Robo. I love this combo. I don't know why. I just love it. I love the way it looks. And we got the pug on the back because, fuck it, why not? I think I used to have like the iron lung there, but frankly the pug is too good to pass up. So we're using that. And then we got, I remember D so vividly. It scares me. The containment. By the way, if you equip the fucking, there it is. I hate this thing. I want him dead. By the way, if I use one of my taunts, it's even worse. Absolute terror. Fucking hate that guy. Anyways, moving on to my medic. Oh, that's D. That's a little sneak peek. I really don't know what to do with medics. The derangement garment is like one of my favorite medic cosmetics, so I use that a lot. I don't know. I feel like the blank eyes with the gourd grin looks fantastic, and I enjoy it, so I use it. Moving on. Injured medic. You know medics in games, they're always getting injured. They're always getting focused. They're always getting killed. So I got a little homage to injured medic. Brother got his shit kicked in. There's a flying guillotine in there. Broken neck. Broken nose. Band-aids out the wazoo. Love it. C is my cowboy, town doctor, whatever my Wild West. He's got the crossbow, but he's got his gadgets, you know, the little antenna sticking out. I used to have the heartbeat monitor, but I swapped it out for the Mutton Man, which looks fantastic, by the way. I love this. It's such a good loadout. And then in D, my MVM is my Voodoo Doctor. Why am I using the Spookticles and the Witch Doctor? Because the eyes aren't blank on the Witch Doctor. You can see right through him, and I don't really like that, so I got this instead. Spiders, because he's all creepy. It makes sense. Sniper. This is my main sniper. Rifleman's Regalia is like my favorite fucking thing in the game. I love this stupid little coat. It's my favorite. I also got a hazmat head case. Love this thing too. Fantastic. So we got that. I had an idea for for a pyro video, because I'm a pyro main, where it was just sniper footage, but I tried to dress him up with like the Final Frontiersman and the hazmat head case to kind of like make him look like pyro. And I was gonna be like, guys, pyro's hitting headshots or whatever. It was a dumb video idea, and frankly, unless someone's interested, I'd still be down to do it. It's just kind of weird. Moving on. The cowboy look. This is another like more sheriff-esque look. Without the mutton chops, he kind of reminds me of Van Helsing, but he's got his old Civil War rifle, Crocodile Piss. I don't actually. It's Draughty, but it's called Crocodile Piss in the Bushwhacker. It looks really good though. I don't hate it. This is my this is my tryhard loadout. It's the stereotypical tryhard, you know, Razorback because I can't deal with spies. The bot killer with the hole in the helmet, you know. The anger, obviously. The first time I bought this, like I think it was like 3 years ago, I genuinely got focused the entire time I was there. I don't know, maybe people were just on that shit. And then we got I said D, which is my, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of like a spaceman, I guess. Like some nerd Star Wars shit, I guess. I really don't know. I just put this together and I really like it. I don't know what to call it. It just looked great. I really like it. So we're going with it. Fuck you. I like the way the goggles make his hair. I think it's fantastic. So we got that. And then Spy. First we got my my Leon the Professional, which are some great references. Obviously, Le Professionnel. The cleaner's cap is great too, because unless you've seen the movie, Leon, whenever he's asked what his job is, he just says he's a cleaner. So because he's an assassin. He cleans people up. And then obviously my companion cube. I love the companion cube little icon. I think it's a great thing. Portal was one of my first Val games that I'd ever played. Great game. When I was a kid, I couldn't get past the puzzles because I was stupid, but frankly, I'm okay with that. Moving on. Nobody's gonna get this fucking reference. All stock. It used to just be the Gibbous, but I added these two because I wanted to fill the slots. But this is a reference to Pymation's TF2 episodes that he animated, because one of the spies always wore a Gibbous, and that was like the whole joke. So I made it in game because I'm a loser. Love Mike from Pymations though. I stand outside his window and breathe really heavily. No, I don't. That's a fucking lie. Anyways, Cowboy. I feel like there could be stuff done better and stuff done worse with this one. But frankly, the Chicago overcoat is a good little duster. Then we got the instead of the Operation Oil Spill badge, I want the it's the spy cosmetic where he has no ski mask on. He's just got the little stripe, like the little mask on that he's wearing right now, but instead it's like a flat cap. It's like an old-timey burglar. And frankly, if I can get that, I don't know what it's called, and frankly, if I can find one, I will fucking buy it instantly. Using the murderer's motif because it gives him like that flat brim cowboy hat, the ambassador. And then there's my voodoo doll, which is also another creepy crawly. I don't know. I put it together. I think it looks nice. Why the fuck is my power-up canteen not on here? I gotta open up my gift bag. Yeah, that's it. Oh wait, I didn't talk about the loadout. So we got the engraved revolver, obviously, the older looking knife, the pocket watch, which makes sense, and then the red tape recorder, because it's more of it's an older looking thing instead of like the sapper, which is more high tech and new. I don't know, one just makes more sense to me. Oh, I should make the mysterious stranger. That would make more sense. Anyways, yeah, that's my oh yeah, let me flex my things. No one saw this one yet. Love that, by the way. Like one of my favorite things, deadass. My piano. Okay, anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching, being with me throughout the year. Put out some pretty decent videos, put out some not so decent videos, as usual. Frankly, I just want to thank you all. There's been a lot of growth this year. To cap off the year, I will be doing a New Year's Eve stream. Twitch.tv/donut_cat54. Link in the description if you want to check it out. Come drop by, say hi, cuss me out, tell me how bad of a YouTuber I am. I don't fucking know. Do something. All I know is I will catch you all next time in the future. Love you all, and I don't know, see you next episode, TF2 episode, video, porn recording, who the fuck knows? Later.